I'm so tired of losing, bro.
Tired of losing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that sucks for you. Because I'm in the king seat, baby.
Oh, I'm sure there's no better way to get to the king seat than throwing a not flat back.
All right, go ahead. Make fun of it all you want, but the difference is I'm in the king seat
I wish
and you're
I was
not.
in the king seat.
Yeah? Well, you know what your problem is, huh?
No, I don't.
Don't worry. I got you. Just chug.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in to the King Seat Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel D. May. This is my co-host, Brian B. Betancourt. It's our anniversary episode, right, B?
Yeah, bro, it's been a year. You know what number episode this is?
23, right?
23.
23?
Right? Michael Jordan, right? But no, it's been a year, man. It's crazy to think that it's been a year since we started this whatever you want to call it. Well, podcast, obviously, right? This adventure is what I like to call it.
It flew by. It really did, guys. It absolutely flew by. It's still hard to... I still don't realize it's been a year. I feel like it's been a couple months.
Right, it seems like it. Time's flying by, flying. I can't even talk. You'd think I'd be better at this by now. But no, it's like you said, time has flown by. It's been fun. 23 episodes. It should have been more, but the hurricane held us back, a couple episodes. Last August or so,
yep.
right after Worlds, or before Worlds, whenever it happened. We're almost to Worlds again, but it's been great. So this episode, obviously, we got the GOAT, Ryan Windsor.
Yeah, we wanted Windsor for
one
this
of the
episode,
goats, right?
sure.
The goats, the blind squirrel, whatever we want to call him. We can't thank him enough, man. He said, well, y'all about to make a year when we saw him back in San Diego. I want to be on that episode, so we're excited to have him on. We got a lot to talk about, right? We had the National from Salt Lake City 2 weeks ago. That was a fun little venture for me. We got the Open in Dallas coming up this weekend, on which I'll be at as well. And D-May, we remember the last Open we went to outdoors, right?
Yes, sir.
Atlanta last year.
Never forget.
One will never forget. One will never forget. So we'll obviously we'll hit on that as well. I'm looking forward to winning. And I'm excited, D-Man. It is outside. A lot of people, have mixed feelings about it. It's going to be the heat. I'm hoping the heat works in my favor, right? We're from the South. We know what this heat is about, the humidity. The wind will probably play a factor as well. But also, they got the PBR going on at Dickies Arena inside. If they got one of those mechanical bulls, D-May, better believe I'm hopping on, bro. I'm going to do my 8 seconds.
No, I understand that. I completely understand that. And, hey, look, I hope y'all have fun over there. Y'all probably ain't gonna see me anywhere until Worlds, unfortunately. But
D-May's a busy man. It's all right though. We know when Worlds comes around, D-May's gonna be ready. He'll make a big impact just like he did last year, doing card tricks all over.
Plan on making an impact on the court, B.
I thought you meant the card tricks. But you can make an impact on the court as well. But either way, like I said, we got more to talk about. So
yeah, we do. We actually, instead of the clips of the week, this episode, guys, in honor of the anniversary, we got a few other special clips we're gonna show y'all.
Yeah. I mean, so those will be fun. We'll have our random fact as well. Mine will probably be better than D-Made's as usual.
Yeah, right.
And then we'll get to the interview with Ryan Windsor. It was a fun interview, man. We learned a lot about him, his passion for poker as well as cornhole, all kinds of things. It's just good to dive in. How he got the name, the Blind Squirrel, which I'm sure some of you know, but some of you don't know how he got the nickname. It's pretty cool how that one came to be. let's just see, it was a little clapback for him, but from a post that was made. Then we got the game, Cornhole Jeopardy. Test him out in that one. So,
yep, some fun stuff, guys. And at the very end, if you stay tuned to the very end, the closing, we might have a few, sneak peeks in there, some hints. So listen up. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
Anyway, B, if you were ready, I think we can jump right into some recaps.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. I'm ready to talk about it.
Let's zoom out here a little bit, and we will start things off with singles.
Singles from Salt Lake City. Like I said, I went to Salt Lake City. This place was beautiful. Just flying in, D-Man. You could see the mountains, with the snow on top flying in. And obviously, and I'm sure you guys have seen the posts all over. Everybody making posts, Trey Ryder, other people. When you walked up to the venue, it looked like it was a Photoshop picture with the mountains right behind. But the thing that took the weekend by storm was Jamie Graham, and we've been talking to him. Obviously, we had him on a few episodes back. He was talking about having the incinerators this year, how they were going to make a big impact for him. And he felt like they played just like the bag that he pretty much made, right? When Jason McCannon was coming up with another bag, he pretty much helped design these bags, and it played into his favor. Bro, there was no doubt he was the best player this weekend in winning singles. He ran through singles. He took down Tony Smith in the finals, right? Which was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. It wasn't that competitive. Tony was a little off, but in his defense too, Jamie had just got done playing his doubles game before that, so he was familiar with the boards. But it was a great job by Jamie. There was no doubting that he was the champ.
Well, and I said it last week, B, and I will say it again. The best way to master something is to teach.
Yeah.
And my man's been, he's promoting his lessons going on now, and I think I'm not saying that's why he's zoned in,
right,
but it could be. There's a possibility.
His lessons might pick up, man. Have you seen this dude throw some rollbacks with the incinerators? People are like, what the hell is he doing? What is this? He's got every shot. And he
definitely has every shot.
He just doesn't utilize it that much because he doesn't feel the need to. But he definitely used it in his favor, and he definitely has every shot.
But when you talk to a lot of these top pros, even the ones that have the roll bag or that have been rolling for a while, a lot of them are even saying that, hey, there's a time when you need to use it, and there's a time when you need the air mouse. So
yeah.
I think Jamie's realized that a long time ago.
Yeah, he's a prime example, and I might take a little credit for this as well. I got him a couple of Bud Lights, you know what I mean? So I feel like I helped contribute,
Good stuff,
I helped contribute. So.
Good stuff. All right, well, let's we might as well move on to doubles then, since he's also...
Let's bring it up again, doubles, Jamie Graham and Matt Guy, they had a great match on the broadcast court. The first one to get to the finals against our boy Tyler Cobb and Jimmy Humans. That was a close one. Jimmy and Tyler they were playing great. They were in the lead. I think they were up to a 10-0 lead at one point, and then Jamie and Matt made an 18-0 run. But it was still a great game by Tyler and Jimmy, but it was just these pushes, things that you usually see them hit, right? These pushes, and they were missing these pushes, and they left so many points on the board. And in the end, Jamie and Matt were able to take it over. So, and then go on to the finals against who did they play again?
Trying to think. I remember watching it at my crawfish
I know
bowl.
they played
Yes, we had.
the Creek Killer and Foreman. Yeah. Creek Killer and Foreman. So that was also a great match. But like I said, in the end, Jamie and Matt were just on fire. So it was great to see.
It was a lot of fun. What was really awesome about this, B, is I think you can kind of tell from the picture.
Yeah, you can't see the whole picture, but the best part is that, at the end, Tay-Tay was right there. Per usual, she's everybody's favorite Cobb, despite what the others might think. She's the one that runs the family. But Jamie gave her his singles trophy, and then Matt gave her his doubles trophy. And you can't see, but she's holding it in their hands in this picture they signed him for, and that was awesome.
That's really awesome.
The other Cobbs were jealous. They're like, oh, you giving her that? That's messed up. And Jamie said, just don't be mad. She's going to have more than y'all. That's it. She has more trophies than y'all. So.
Hey, look, I'll go out on a limb here and saying that I think in the future, Tay-Tay might have the most.
She puts in the work. Yeah, she's traveling already. She's used to the travel. You know what I mean? She's used to playing these long days. So.
Yeah, she's playing with them all the time at a young age. When she gets a little older, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with on the cornhole boards for sure.
Yeah. So
but I just thought that was really awesome that they, I guess when you have that many as many trophies as these two, it ain't a big deal anymore. Right. But nobody's getting my trophy, B, when I win. Let me let you know right now. I'll be selfish with the first one. Now, the second one you might see I might give it away, but the first one
Well, Jamie said I have a bunch of them already. I don't know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I mean, like I said, they took over the weekend, so it was great to see the super team get it done.
Yep.
And then to follow this up, I mean, this here, Kaylee Hunter and Megan Moppin, and a lot of people have been saying, you know, Megan is just like the perfect addition to Kaylee, playing alongside Kaylee. She's going to help push Kaylee. She's level-headed. When we watch Megan play, she's a beast on the boards, and they were able to take down, some people could say the super team was going for the three-peat, Cheyenne Renner and Sarah Cassidy in the finals. So, I mean, you could see how happy Kaylee was, but obviously we were there in person. She was excited to get that victory. Megan won us as well. And these two, they fit each other great, right? They just play off, they feed off each other. You know, I mean, they're so motivating. If you will go back and watch the broadcast, everything they did, they communicated. Obviously, Kaylee's kind of quiet, and so is Megan. They don't say much, but it's very constructive whenever they do say something. So.
Yep, and I went back and actually rewatched that one.
It was great, man. I said, look, they made it. I'm definitely not pulling against Cheyenne and Sarah. They're great, but it's just I had a feeling these two were going to get it done once they made it to
well,
the
they were hot.
car.
You could tell Cheyenne and Sarah weren't feeling it. You know, the momentum was definitely in Kaylee and them's favor.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they wanted it more. Like I said, they have never won one. This was the first time they were on the broadcast court this season. So.
Yeah, well, props to them.
Yep.
It's always fun to see KK winning. Let's go.
Yeah, it was an all-5 cornhole national. So. And then from this past weekend, this guy.
You want to talk about some Florida?
This guy here, bro. I'm tired of seeing him. This dude went for the sweep. He literally swept everything at the Florida State Conference. And the state of Florida has over 30 pros. 30 ACL pros. I don't know who all were in attendance, but this guy won the blind draw. He won singles. He won doubles. He won crew cup. The only thing he didn't win was women's. You know what I mean? He just couldn't get away with putting on
step it up,
a wig. Yeah, you know, bro.
Need a Joanna Man situation.
So you didn't completely get the sweep, Alex Rawls. You didn't win everything, all right? But this kid's been on fire, and it shows. Like, if you look at these past nationals, he was almost there again with Trey and doubles back on the broadcast court. Obviously, he's been doing this thing in singles as well. So it was just, like I said, he's just doing what he does. And he's making a real good push, and it'll be hard to argue if he keeps this up that this kid won't be Rookie of the Year.
I mean, and look, actually, let's zoom out here. Let's go back to the actual studio so we can, or zoom in here, I guess would be the term. And speaking of Alex Rawls, I think if we're talking here midway through the season, who we think is the best performing player. I mean, Alex Rawls is definitely a candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamie Graham's a candidate.
So who you going
I
with?
would probably say Jamie Graham.
Jamie Graham.
I think that would be my argument. I mean, he's a beast. I mean, they're all, right there.
Right.
But, I mean, I think that him and Alex Rawls definitely have a good stab at being the best player midway through the season.
Yeah, definitely. I think you definitely have to pick out of these two, right? You know, Alex Rawls has made it to 2 broadcast courts in doubles from the first 2 nationals. He made it on 1 in singles. He made it on the broadcast court. Him and Trey Birchall were right there again. If they don't get double dipped by Creek Hill and Foreman, they make it back on the broadcast court for a 3rd national. You know, Alex Rawls wasn't far. I think he finished 3rd in his bracket at this past national. So it's like, it's hard to argue against it. Jamie and Matt have been on the broadcast court twice. This was Jamie's first time there this year in singles. And he's obviously ranked number 1 right now in singles. And like I said, for good reason. He's had good solid performances at all nationals. Both of them have, and I think what separates them is like 3 or 4 points. Not much at all. So it's hard to argue either way.
So if you had to pick right now, who's going to finish the number 1 at the end of the season?
Well, I'll go out on a limb.
Doesn't have to be one of those two. I mean, it can be anybody.
No. I mean, I think it's, like I said, it's hard to argue against Jamie Graham and Alex Rawls, and I'm going to go with Alex Rawls. The reason being, he's a rookie. He's starting to get more and more comfortable, and you could tell he's getting more comfortable playing with Trey as the season goes on. His singles game's already there, so he's getting more comfortable with this being his rookie year with the added pressure. And I think he's definitely going to get him 1, if not 2. Granted, there's only 1 national left, and then World, so I might say Alex Rawls.
Solid. Well, y'all heard it here first from B himself.
Who would you pick, Jamie?
We're talking like who's gonna finish number one?
Yeah, who's gonna finish number one?
I mean, it's probably I don't know, man.
It's tough, and you like I said, we don't know the way the bracket of the next national's gonna play out. The kind of gauntlet. Every bracket's a beast, right? But sometimes the way some of these people are finishing, you know these pros are capable of making these long runs. They just haven't done it yet, and some come on late in the year, so they might have a tough matchup.
And that's why it's just such a guess at this point.
Oh, it's a guess by far. Like, so I'm just trying to go out on a limb.
I'll take Jamie then.
Yeah, I mean Jamie, like you said, he's
solid.
He's throwing his back. He's
and
always there.
He's teaching.
He's teaching.
Like I said, that's the.
You can argue either one. So I mean, I don't think the odds are much different. Obviously, you would probably, if I was a betting man, I feel like your odds are better with Alex Ross just because he is a rookie. Jamie, we've seen all the accolades, how many times he's been there, what he's done. So you wouldn't win as much if you took Jamie, but you could argue either one. So.
All right. Well, I think we kind of want to go to this throne segment we have going on here, B, to kind of show these clips. Well, not clips of the week, and then I think then we can come back and talk about a little bit about venues and do our random facts before we go into the Windsor.
You and the producer must be talking behind my back.
Yeah,
bro. I had a different way.
You just gave me the signal over there.
Yeah,
good stuff, my man.
I thought as an A+ actor, I just sit around, they give me the lines, and then I come in, but I didn't know that y'all changed the whole roll up. But let's get to it, D-May.
All right, guys. So we'll jump into the throne, and then we'll be right back.
You ready?
Yep. To the throne! All right, wait, that was terrible. Let's run it back one more time for this.
All right.
It's still an anniversary episode,
That's
dude.
right.
Put a little ass behind it, B. Ready?
You get a countdown?
Yeah, all right, right. 3, 2, 1.
To the throne!
All right, guys, welcome back. We have some really awesome clips this time, right, B? Instead of clips of the week, instead of the traditionary clips of the week.
Traditionary? Is that a word?
Google. Thank you. Yes, it is. It is a word.
I don't know. Your vocabulary is bigger than mine. Whatever.
Okay. Anyway, so instead of the normal clips, guys, that we normally show, we do want to have we want to show y'all some awesome clips from throughout the season, right?
Let's get to it. Yeah, so I think the producer did tell me a little bit about this.
Are you Snapchatting mid-video?
Yeah, man.
Why are you snapping me? Oh, he's okay.
No, yeah. So, like I said, the producer did mention that we had some clips. A lot was done over these 23 episodes, right? We try and make things, as we always said, make things a little different, right, D-May? Make it more fun, cool scenes, whatever it is that we do. So it'll be cool to reflect on some of these.
Yep. So, let's see what we got.
I'm interested.
Right? Some of the best clips from the King C podcast over the past year.
He thinks they're the best. I had no say. I'm just ready to see.
All right. Let's see where we go. Starting things off. The trailer, B. The original trailer. Look how we looked in that.
Look at the quality.
We must have stepped something up, huh?
Look at the quality, yeah. I'm like a pasty. I look like they call me Ashy Larry. I look ashy there. It's terrible.
Oh, they must have been talking about my shirt didn't fit. Still doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the wardrobes.
I actually look a little skinny in there.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Some of these other good clips. Oh, you remember this one? Dude,
yeah, he's the rocker, bro. He likes to look at my dance moves too.
That was the one. Remember me? Was that the first ever episode when he was moving his hips so much?
Yeah.
That we started.
He rocks.
We thought, he did the dance with it. That was nice.
Jordan Powell don't have nothing on him.
Yes,
Jordan
sir.
Powell raised back and forth. This guy, literally, he does a Shakira.
David Tummins.
The hips
awesome.
don't lie. No, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good episode. Oh, speaking of which, that
See what I mean?
chainsaw bag.
I didn't approve this. You see? I don't mind the chainsaw bag. It's just look at my bald spot on the back of my head.
Sheesh.
I'll be 34 next month and I'm going bald.
That's when you used to have that. I mean, you still got kind of a chainsaw bag, but your thing used to be like this. Now it's came a little bit back.
Now it's a little like this.
Now it's a little left to rightish, but it was like
whatever.
Back in the day. Good stuff.
Whatever.
All right, let's see what's next here. Oh,
this was a fun one when we played Guess Who. Guess that cornhole. What, is
Yeah,
that
we
what
played
it's
Guess Who? Guess Who Cornhole Edition with Anthony.
We had to
Ione.
guess who we had, and we had to guess who he had, and it turns out we had the same person.
Yeah.
So that was a mess in its own. But that was fun. You know, we're trying to debate who's a roller, who considers themselves a roller versus an AML. It was just a lot. This was fun with Mr. Cornhole Science himself, Anthony Ione. That was a fun one.
That was a lot of fun. I actually had a blast with Anthony when he was on the show. Good times, good times. Oh, the Christmas episode, big.
Snowing in the studio.
What?
Our budget was low, so look at that tree. We didn't have many presents, so we had a small tree.
This is when we did the photo shoot too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is right there.
Look. We paid good money for that photo shoot.
He did, man.
We didn't pay real good money for the wrapping paper.
Photographer still owes me a little bit of photos from that.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that was a good episode
Merry
as well.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Oh, the Zero Gravity
Yeah,
episode.
the Zero Gravity when they had the
Look at all the different people we had in the studio,
all
dude. That was the
people in
most
the
people
studio,
ever in
bro.
the studio.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, what?
Then we went to playing the game.
Okay, who nominated this? This was the championship, by the way, if anybody at home doesn't
D-May
know.
not doing well.
Of the Water War.
You want to go check out that episode.
Tegan and Ty Cobb won
Tegan
this.
and Ty, yeah.
Oh, you had to get splashed in the face if you lost.
That's right.
I forgot about that.
Oh, Matt got splashed big time.
Oh.
Tegan got you. That was fun. That was fun.
It's a water war. That actually was one of my favorite. We need to do that game again.
It was, bro.
That actually was one of the
Well,
best
you don't
games
want to
I
come
think
up
we
with money.
played.
I'm 5 people in, like I tell you.
Yeah,
to.
right. That's what. Dude, that was probably the most people we've ever had in the studio.
It was. It
that
was
whole
like
team.
6
That was.
people.
Yeah, that was fun stuff. Oh, look at me
This is-
struggling to put on the hat.
This is, oh yeah,
I put
look
the
at-
glasses on upside down.
He
I
doesn't
remember
know
this.
what he's doing. He's trying to get a closer look at Tom Gustafson. Reverse, what is it? Reverse?
Yeah,
counterclockwise.
Yeah, he twists the opposite way.
Yeah, he spins the bag the opposite way.
This is when you were making fun of my accent.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
It almost looks like he's in the bag the wrong
Look at
way.
The hat don't look bad though. I'll give you that. Bro. You look like a detective. You just can't talk like one.
I am D-May Holmes. I can always find and sniff out the crime.
I prefer Inspector Gadget.
Oh, that was my cartoon back in the day.
Inspector
man.
Gadget,
So,
bro.
du-du-du-du-du, Inspector Gadget. All right, anyway. Let's see what else we have here.
All right, guys, welcome
The
in. Welcome
Je-
in.
the
I told
first
you guys we had an
Jeopardy
awesome game
episode.
planned for you.
That's right.
What?
Cornhole stuff, ACL Pro.
We need to bring back that studio, B.
Come
Yeah.
on, D-Man, let's get this started.
Well, you know we weren't paying the rent.
All
so
right,
they
guys,
cut us
welcome
out.
in. Welcome in. I told you guys
So,
we had an awesome game
we
planned
figured
for
we
you.
could stretch it out until
Cornhole stuff,
they kicked us out and
ACL
evicted
Pro,
us, and they did.
Close throw too.
That was
Come on,
good
D-Man,
stuff,
let's get
man.
this
It was.
started.
That was good
All
stuff.
right, guys, welcome in. Welcome in. I told you guys. Well, what I learned and the biggest lesson
What is this? What is this?
is when you're playing
You
cornhole
drinking your
outside
White
in the
Claw.
sun
Per usual.
and you wear a
Gross.
headband, you
Oh,
need to wear
gosh.
sunscreen.
Funny.
Oh, geez.
Look at this.
This was the Atlanta Open when this dude here acts like he
Never
doesn't live in the
forget.
South, bro. He doesn't know how things work.
I'm sure
Never
y'all can see
forget.
He
what
wore the
happened.
headband all day.
Okay, even with
Look,
clouds.
for anybody
apparently they
watching
usually
this-
Show respect
still
to the
come through.
fall.
I will have
wasn't aware
headbands
of
this week.
So you can still get
I hope
sun
you're
during
not
even if
watching
the sun
this
isn't
and you
out.
make the mistake of doing the
man,
same
man.
thing in Dallas. I hope, I pray. No, I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
pray.
I
But I
was
hope you make the
laughing
same mistake
stock
of wearing a
Atlanta
headband all
because I'm
Saturday.
walking around
Not
in
just
Dallas
because of
when
your
this
cornhole
happens to
game.
you.
No, also
Not
because I'm.
Warning you guys, headband in the sun.
So
Your
it's-
sunscreen
It's the
or,
play,
or do
bro.
something.
It is the
'cause
play.
After people start, they look at you weird the rest of the entire thing. You have to keep the headband on.
Should have never took it off.
Yeah. Well, we're going in like restaurants and stuff after, and I'm like, guess I got to take off the headband, and then it was bad.
You broke character. That's what you get.
Yeah, you're right. I should have kept it on. I should have been like, look, guys,
Yeah.
I'm a, I'm a, competitive cornhole player
Broke
here.
character.
So I keep my headband on. Got to let them know. Wore the shirt, they'd never know, B. They'd never know.
That's true.
All right, we got one more. Let's see what this one is. Oh, the breaking news.
This is when they were announcing the ACL high school and the ACL college tournaments coming to the Opens. And Lynn Hyde, our boy, was able to hop on it and let us break that news. It was awesome. It was awesome for him to come and explain it. And speaking of, I think they have high school and college going on again to open this weekend, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
That was cool. That was like outside of an episode we did that. I remember. That was a lot of fun.
It was.
Well, B, it has been a pleasure over the last year. You know, we've had a lot of good times here.
Good clips, good
Solid.
times, yeah. And we'll
Solid.
continue to do so. It's been fun.
It has definitely been fun. And thank you to everybody at home, because this would not be possible without you guys.
That's right. That's
But,
right. And then also, I mean, I forgot, bro. We got to highlight, look at this studio. The Black Sheep Baggers.
Oh, my goodness.
The Black Sheep Baggers. Look at the LEDs. We got so sidetracked by the clips, especially me, because I didn't know what clips they were going to be. Like I said, I'm the A+ actor. I just sit on the side, and they just give me a script and tell me to come in when it's my time. So I was excited to see the clips. But Black Sheep Baggers, you know, who's sponsoring our clips of the week, you know. They're always coming out with new bags. They got some cool merch. They're doing big things this season. They've been all over at Opens and Nationals. LD and Alex, it's been great to see them. So if you're interested, go to blacksheepbaggers.com and use the code KingSeat10.
Yes, sir. And appreciate the swag.
That's it, bro.
All right, guys. Well, we will head back to the studio, and we will briefly discuss venues, and then give you our random fact, and then we got the Windsor interview. So we'll be right back.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. We want to briefly talk about venues, right, P?
Yeah. So when we saw this thing on Facebook yesterday, right, a lot of people complain about some venues, and like I said, we play indoors, you play in warehouses, you deal with the sun, but the heat, all kinds of things, you know, humidity, so boards get sticky, things of that nature. But people did have a debate, and I think it's just something maybe to talk about, you know. Obviously, you're looking at regionals and things like that, or even conference tournaments. The ACL leaves it up to that conference director to choose these venues, right? The ACL doesn't have a say like they do for the Opens and Nationals. I mean, they do, but and some people are saying, hey, we pay good money. Obviously, a conference tournament costs more than a regional would, or a local tournament or something like that. And we should maybe, I don't know if they say have a say, but do you think they should, not debate or maybe take more things into consideration when it comes to, you know, the amount of bathrooms, the kind of concessions, whether it's AC, whatever it is?
I mean, personally, I think if you're just having a cornhole tournament, right? I mean, we've played some that have been outdoors by the lake where it's so windy, and that's
beach.
fine, right? But that's just a normal. But if you're doing a big, conference tournament, I do think that there should be at least the basic accommodations of restrooms, enough for the amount of people you're expecting, AC, right? To some degree. I mean, it doesn't need to be, 60 in this giant building. I understand it's hard to cool those things.
Right.
But, you can't have people passing out. I mean, there's definitely some older players, right? They have senior divisions and stuff, and there's older players that play. So I think we do have to accommodate them. Not to mention, a lot of people are drinking beer. Right. You're drinking alcohol. You can't be in a 100-degree warehouse. I mean, that's just... Yeah. That's a bit much.
I'd agree. And like I said, I definitely agree. I mean, when you're playing these other tournaments, but if not, if it's not going to be that way, these conference tournaments, some have 3, 4 states, sometimes 5 or more states. People are driving hours, a few hours, and not everybody's coming from like a hour and a half radius. They have to drive 3 or 4 hours. So if like a place isn't going to have air conditioning or something like that, you should just let them know,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So just let them know, hey, look, there's no AC here, there's something like this, or maybe you can accommodate for this. But I just think it should be well known, right? Like we do here. We got the Dallas Open coming up. Not a lot of people like to play outdoors. Some people think it's going to be different. It'll be fun. I think it'll be fun just because of how Atlanta was last year. It was different. It put a wrench with the rain and things like that, but it was just something different than what you're usually playing in these serious tournaments. But they make it well known. It's going to be outside. So.
And I think that's the big thing is advertising it. And even something as simple as, if you're gonna play on mud, or like sand or anything like that, even if you're covering it with something like tarps or whatnot, right. I think that you should let people know ahead of time, because there might be accommodations that they might want to make for them. So, and I have played one time on sand, and it wasn't a big conference tournament, but you don't realize how much leaning. When you throw it,
not only that, bro. It's like
I'm not used to playing on beach.
But it's also it's like you're playing shuffleboard sometimes. If the sand gets over the board, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it's like I said, the ACL does a great job, and we know the ACL is a great league. But I just think as far as the conference director roles and things like this, sometimes it should just make it well known. And And then if people still complain after that, well, that's on them because you let them
Yep.
know. So
Agreed. And that we're very thankful for our conference director, right? Because we
got the best.
we do.
We got the best. Chase
solid.
Chase
Hunter.
Hunter.
Chase Hunter always gets us all awesome
Chase
things.
Hunter is great. So
Damn near an open sometimes, it feels like.
so with that, D-May, you know what's random facts, huh?
You want to roll into the random facts and no problem? You want to start things off, B, or shall I?
You go first. Mine's probably better than yours, so you save the best for last.
Okay, that's fair. So, believe it or not, in the Olympics, competitive art used to be a sport. An Olympic event, I guess is what you would say. Painting, sculpture, architecture, literature, and music. From about 1912 to I think it ended in 1948. So I just thought,
I think it ended after 1948.
Huh?
I don't remember 100%.
I think it ended in 1948, and I think in 1956 they got replaced with like
Let's
a
do a fact
cultural-
check. I think I might be right on this.
Is it my random fact or is it his random? Is somebody gonna let him know? Okay, is somebody gonna let him know?
No, bro. I'm sorry.
But no, I just thought that was
You messed me
crazy
up, but it
that
wasn't-
art used to be an Olympic sport.
We were going off the traditionary fact.
But where I'm going with this is if art can be an Olympic sport, cornhole can be an Olympic sport.
Cornhole could definitely be an Olympic sport. It's sad to say we probably won't be representing the country for
No,
cornhole,
no.
but we'll support it. We will support
definitely
it. We'll
support it.
it.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, I got
All right,
a
what
cool
you got?
random fact. You ready for
Okay.
this? Cows, I got to go with my animals, bro. Cows, they moo with a regional accent.
Really? Are you saying cows have an accent?
Yeah, bro. So it's like whether you're up north or you're down south. Say you take a cow from up north, and I never sat there and listened to a cow moo. If I had the chance to go cow tipping like I always wanted to do, I'm pretty sure we would hear a moo. But anyways,
Does cow tipping actually exist?
I know that's it.
My second random fact, I don't think it does.
You can do it. You can tip a cow,
I don't think cows sleep standing up though. And
but
if
you
they
can still
do-
tip one.
Yeah, but you do realize like cow tipping is that they're sleeping and you run up.
Yeah,
and
right. If you
tip
want to be
them.
thing, but you can still tip a cow whether it's sleeping or not.
But my point is that cows would not sleep standing up because one, they weigh too much, right? So that would be really difficult on their knees. And two, it's a cow, dude. It's
Or
a
you can
prey
sneak
animal.
up on
Do you
one
really
on a
think you're gonna
pasture.
sneak up on a prey animal? I mean, let's be
You
honest.
can sneak up on a cow.
I don't know about this. We'll
Or
have to
they're just
fact
going to
check
stand
this.
there. They don't usually move. I mean, I've walked up to a cow plenty of times before.
I don't know. I don't think cow tipping's actually. a
Either
thing.
way,
I think it was made up in a movie. and
if
it
you
went
go in the
viral.
pasture out here, they'll have a cow. It's going to move different than the one in New Jersey, all right? This one's going to have a southern accent when it moves. The one in New Jersey, you probably won't even be able to understand it move.
I wonder if they know that the cow down here is a Cajun
know,
cow and has a Cajun
know,
accent. You know?
Like, ooh, I like that Northeast cow. Ooh, I like you know how people are like, ooh, I like those country accents.
Yeah.
The cows are like, ooh, bring me to that north.
Southern Belle.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Pun intended.
Anyways.
All right, that's a good one though, B. That was a good one.
Oh, I know.
All right, let's get to Windsor, huh?
Windsor.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is a great interview with Windsor. And then the game after that, dude. I'm excited about the game. So
It is. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Welcome back. As promised, we're here with ACL Pro Ryan Windsor. I'm sure you've had to hear about him, B. I don't care who you are. Ryan, you're one of the first players I've ever heard about when I got into cornhole, so I know everybody else is probably in that same boat, right? The Blind Squirrel. Everybody's heard of him. How does it feel to be in the king seat?
It feels good, and it's always a good feeling when you're actually truly in the king seat in a tournament. I remember I was in Cali about a month ago, and you guys were there, and I was undefeated in my bracket in the king seat, and I come join you guys. Like, how does it feel to be in the king seat? I'm like, feels good to be in this king seat and the king seat for the tournament. So.
Hey, and I remember that, B. That's when he was repping the headband.
a headband, I think he had the beads on.
That was solid. Good times. So, Ryan, all right, let's start. Let's bring things way back. First off, how old are you again?
I'm 25 years old.
25, and then, bring us back to the beginning. How did you get into cornhole?
I got into cornhole when I was 14 years old, so I was a freshman in high school. My dad actually introduced me to the game, and he was my guy I practiced with all the time in the backyard. And then he was actually my partner in my first couple of tournaments, and we got a couple of second places and third places, and that's how I got involved in the game.
Dang, so your dad's a beast, bro, huh?
Yeah, my dad was an amazing guy. Unfortunately, he passed away when I was 18, but I'm grateful I had him for the 18 years that I did.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, sorry to hear that, Ryan. And did I hear you say backyard? Aren't you from Illinois? I thought it snows. Did you set up boards in the snow and just go out there and throw? Is that how y'all do it up there, or what?
Yeah, I actually have played in the backyard in the snow quite a bit, honestly. But where I'm from Cuba, Illinois. The population's 1,300, so I'm surrounded by cornfields. So there's like nothing to do around here. So bags and cornhole has just kind of always been there for me, and that's kind of my escape for anything in life. Like, I just feel like if I'm ever stressing out or something in a particular day, then I just go play bags, and like, I feel like all my problems go away.
Yeah, well, you got a pretty sweet setup, man. I remember when I know Mark Isaac was there recently. Well, I think when you and Trey were playing horse or pig in the cornhole room, but we got to see all your trophies and all that. So it is a pretty sweet setup.
Isn't it like in a garage now?
Yeah, me and my mom have had that house for like 4 years now, probably. And I live actually 10 minutes from there, but that's my mom's place, I guess. But he was trying to like look at different houses, but I led her to that house because of the Morton building. And as soon as we were like house touring it, we walked in the Morton building, and they had bags boards set up in there. I'm like, Mom, you know, like this is the one. And she was like, I don't know, we'll think about it. And then the very next day, she put in the offer, and it was ours. So
I remember when I first started playing, and I was trying to learn how to roll a bag. I saw a video he had in his garage. I think you had it to that bounce it, and it was like you rolling bags, and I was trying to figure out how you did it because like nobody really released a tutorial that time. That's how I remember seeing the garage.
Did you play that music when you were trying?
Yeah, I did. I went in the backyard and I was like, bounce it. And it wasn't working, dude, you know? I was just laying blocks all day. That's what was happening, ramming in the back. But it's funny. But anyway, okay, so tell us, how did you get the name the Blind Squirrel?
It was my first ever ESPN National Championship tournament in the ACL. And I was actually outside, like on a baseball field somewhere in Florida. And it was my first ever ESPN National Championship, and I actually made it on ESPN, and I made it to the very finals. And I was playing the #1 player in the world at the time, Jordan Kamba. And, like, since he was ranked #1, he had all this PR and this and that. Like, everyone thought he was going to win. And, like, no one really kind of knew who I was since it was my first ever tournament in the ACL. And sure enough, I ended up beating him, like, 21-10 or 21-12 or something. And then, like, a couple days go by, and then the ACL posted a meme about me and about Jordan Kamba, and it said, a blind squirrel, or Jordan Kamba on losing to Ryan Windsor, a blind squirrel finds a nut, or something along those lines. And the ACL posted that, and that's just what Jordan Kamba said about me or whatever. So I'm just like, whatever, you know, I wasn't saying anything. I was just reading the 300 comments that were on there, and then about a couple more days go by. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fire back at this. And I made a meme, and it was like of Jordan Kamba in his younger days, like when he first started. And there was a picture of him throwing a bag, and it said he was making like this weird face or whatever, and it said the face you make when Ryan Windsor lays the sauce on you. And then that's just kind of how I got the name Blind Squirrel, because I beat the #1 player in the world at the time, and that was my first ever tournament, and no one really knew who I was, and that's how I got the name, and I've just stuck with it.
Nice. Well, you got into cornhole, we think, real early, right? We still think cornhole is still, I guess, in its premature stages at the rate that it keeps growing and the amount of people are getting into it. So with how big it's gotten, do you feel like you're a veteran in the game, or do you obviously still very young?
I definitely have a lot more experience than a lot of people, but like because I've been playing. I started at 14 and I'm currently 25, so experience definitely plays a huge role. But I'm still kind of just a kid at the same time, But I'm definitely a veteran and experienced in the game, and I just think I'm about like the perfect age for me, I guess, because I don't have to have a full-time job like most other people and stuff like that, where I'm not too young, where I still have like high school or college to deal with, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like it just fits me perfectly.
Yeah. So, I mean, the game, like we said, has changed so much over the past couple of years. What do you think has been the most significant changes? The bags, the amount of players, the money that it's brought to it, obviously the business aspect?
I think the biggest thing that's changed is probably the skill level, I would say. It's at the highest skill level it's ever been. Like, nothing is ever easy to win. You can't just ever show up to a tournament and just be like, yeah, I'm going to win this one, because there's always going to be someone that's just as good, if not better there. The money's changed a lot. This is the $1 million season. Last year it was $500,000. So also a lot of players' contracts and sponsorships have doubled from this year to last year. So if the payouts keep doubling and sponsorships keep doubling, then, I mean, who knows where it might be in 2-3 years from now.
So,
yeah, let me take his point.
I'm just saying, so if you want to sponsor him next year, it's going to be double what it costs this year. All right, teammate? So.
He's definitely on my radar, B. He's definitely on my radar.
He's the money man.
But no, to Windsor's point, I mean, the ACL is doing such a great job of growing the game, and because the money's getting bigger and the bags are starting to be able to do more things, I think it's actually, causing players to put more effort into the game than ever before. I mean, people are practicing hours and hours and hours a day nowadays. And then, a kid that just shows up out of nowhere and he just is insane because of just the sheer amount of effort. And I feel like, I mean, I don't know much. You're the veteran here, not me. But I feel like 5 years ago, people were not putting as much effort in as they are now.
No, because, I mean, people see the money. They see Ryan Windsor. They see Noah Wooten. They see these other people, traveling all the time, playing at different events around the country all the time, right? And to them, it's just like a simple backyard game. Man, I want to do that, If I was good enough, I'd want to do the same thing. So I think that's why they exert all that extra effort into it, because they see the rise.
Agreed.
I think a lot of the extra effort comes in from, it used to be a hobby that people did for fun, drink beer, and have a good time, but now it's really turned into a career for a lot of these players. So, I mean, in order to make it your career, you have to put in all the hard work that's in front of you, and hard work's going to beat talent. So the harder you work, the more successful you'll be.
Well, I'm working hard at drinking the beer. I don't.
Yeah, the beer's holding me back, B. That's what it is, man. Beer's holding me. I'm losing money playing this game. They're out here making a living. I'm losing money. It's costing me. So Ryan, do you check your stats a lot? I mean, do you know what you're ranked currently right now?
I think I'm currently ranked in the world in singles, and then 12 in the world in doubles, alongside Cedro Herrera, who's been my partner basically my whole life.
Yeah, and that kind of segues.
That's exactly what he's ranked.
That is exactly what he's ranked. So yes, he does check it. I spoke about this before in a past episode. I mean, I don't know which episode, but you and Cedro, y'all are just like a quiet bunch that always, I mean, like you said, you're ranked 12th now, and I have no doubt y'all will be in the top 10 by the end of the season. Y'all seem to do this every year. Y'all just like quietly make your way up, then boom, they're on a broadcast, or they're in a final or something like that. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, honestly, but I've always just been a late season player, and I don't know why. Like last season, I never made it on ESPN all year. And then the very last national, I won singles against Cedro in the very final championship. And then at the World Championship, I won my bracket in singles and doubles, submitted on ESPN both times. I don't know why I'm always a late season player. I give my best efforts at the beginning and middle of the season, but things just don't add up for me for some reason. I don't know. I feel like maybe when all the pressure's on the line and my back's against the wall, I do better, I guess. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out, but I always said it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So
That's right.
That is true. It's a very true statement.
That's right. So obviously we just got back from Salt Lake City. How do you feel that went for you?
that was a tough one because in singles I was 3-0, and then I played Jamie Graham. I was winning 20-16, and then I lost it on some dumb shit. So I lost 21-20 to that, and then he ended up winning the whole tournament. So I mean, I was literally right there from basically winning the whole tournament. I feel like whoever would have won that match would have won it all because we were both shooting on such an insanely high level. Yeah, that was a tough loss because I had him 20-16, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. It was really painful, but it'll only make me stronger and tougher for the next one, which is actually in my home state, and it's the one I won last year, so we'll see how that goes. But doubles, we were 3-0, and then we were winning 19-12, and then blew that one, then went to shit after that. So, and singles and doubles, I mean, we were literally right there. It was just like on the tip of my fingertips, and somehow just let it slip away. So.
And Ryan, you've been playing for a long time, right? I mean, you've been at the top for quite a bit. When you're traveling all over, I've always wanted to ask somebody this. Do you have a favorite venue that you've ever played at? Like, has there been a city that you really enjoyed traveling and playing cornhole in, or a venue that you just felt was like the nicest that you've been to?
Definitely Vegas and California are my favorite, and Florida, just because you know what the weather is going to be like, and there's a lot of other beautiful sightings and the beach and stuff like that outside of the cornhole tournament. I mean, Vegas, California, and Florida are my favorite places to play.
Those sound pretty, sounds like, I don't know if I've been playing in all those, but I feel like that might be my favorite places as well.
Well, I mean, California.
I feel like there's something to do outside of cornhole, man. This place to drink and gamble.
Where we were in California, but yeah, the gambling. That's just it just depends on what weekend, whether I like it or not. You know.
Yeah, well, it just depends. If you sit next to me, you tend to win, and I lose. Like, I'm convinced my machine takes all my money and then just gives it to Brian, the machine next to me. Story of my life.
Whatever. Can't blame it on the machine, bro.
Or he baits me in the back room poker rooms, and I just get smoked. Because I always raise by 7.
Every time I've played in a tournament with that headband you got on right there, I've won. So maybe I should use that for the next national.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
I mean, Ryan Smith made a run at Salt Lake City with the headband on, so.
Telling you, it adds at least 1 point to your PPR. Big facts. I don't know why. It just does it. So I'll send you a couple, bro. I got you with a couple. Don't worry.
Anyway, so let's switch gears here a little bit, I guess. Whenever we talk about poker and things like that, everybody always says, "Oh, dude, you gotta talk to Windsor. He's a beast at poker. He's good at poker. He's good at poker." You know what I mean? Where does that come from? Do you play a lot, or did you play in a lot of like satellite tournaments?
So my dad got me involved in poker when I was 14. So I started poker and bags or cornhole both when I was 14. And basically my whole life I've been in love with both of them and very passionate about both of them. I've always wanted to be a professional poker player since I was like through high school. And then in college, all I studied was psychology and math because I knew it would help me in my poker playing skills. So, I mean, it's just hard to consider yourself a professional poker player because there's a lot more money and there's a lot more risk reward. I've always wanted to be a professional poker player my whole life. And, you know, I knew like working a real job just wasn't for me or whatever, but I ended up being a professional cornhole player, which was just as good. And that's where more of my skills are at because I play it every day and it's more just guaranteed money rather than risking a bunch of money. But I mean, I've just played in a professional poker tournament about a month ago. I've competed with the pros. I know where I stand against them. It's just a whole nother world and whole nother community, just kind of like the cornhole community is. And I just hope one day I can be on ESPN playing poker. So
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, bro. He did the
That'd be
ESPN for Cornhole and out for Poker. We actually got a guy that plays with us a little bit down here, and his brother won the World Series of Poker last year, Joe Hebert.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Nice.
He's been taking off ever since then. Yeah, it was cool to see on ESPN. So
They had a watch party at our local bar and everything. It was really cool.
So
So anyway, all right, some more questions from the kingdom here, Ryan. Let's see what we got. We got DMM at hotmail.com. Ryan, I've been getting bodied in backroom poker tournaments at all of the local cornhole tournaments. What advice or books would you recommend that I get?
was that a you question?
For poker?
Yeah, that's for me. Yeah, for
For
poker.
poker?
Yeah, for poker. It's a question.
Patience and discipline are the two biggest things. You really just sit back and be patient and only play high quality hands and be disciplined.
So did you play online? Is
That's
that
the
how you
biggest
got
advice
better?
I can give. Yeah, I mean, I've basically seen every YouTube video out there known to man. So that's how I mostly learned. But as soon as I turned 21, I was skipping class in college just to go to the casino every day of my life. But then my grades started dropping, so then I'm like, all right, I gotta finish out college here. So then I graduated college. Then I joined the ACL and went pro for cornhole. So I don't know. I've just always loved cornhole and poker ever since I was 14. I still have been very passionate about them for 11 years now, and I don't see it going away. But practice and discipline and just putting in hard work, that's the best advice I can give.
That was a him question, but my advice
That
to
was
you,
a
D-Man,
good
would just to
question.
say quit because you're gonna lose all your money. You know nothing
No,
about.
I get baited into to play poker, all right, and then they're like, oh, hey, man, you want a drink? Let me make you an awesome drink. And it's literally like some really strong stuff that is delicious. So next thing you know, oh, yeah, I'm just getting smoked, bro. They see me coming a mile away, Windsor. They see me coming a mile away, dude.
Anyway, so another question we had. So when you wear headphones, sometimes when you're playing, is it to drown out the noise, or is it you listen to something to get you zoned in?
I mean, a lot of the times at these tournaments, like, they don't even have music playing in the background. And a lot of the times, like, I don't care what my opponent has to say. If he tries talking to me, I could care less what he's trying to talk about. So, you know, I'm there to win. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. And a lot of times on the broadcast courts, whether it's a live stream court or on ESPN or whatever it may be, you can hear the commentators fairly easily if you don't have the headphones in. And I don't want to hear anything or anybody like during my backswing. It just really helps block out all the distractions, and it gets me on the energy and wavelength and frequencies that I want to be on, like jamming to my own music, doing my own thing, and basically forgetting about everybody and everything else around me and just focus on myself.
So what do you typically listen to?
I mean, it's different every tournament. I mean, sometimes I don't even like listen to, like, sometimes I'll listen to rap music, sometimes I'll listen to country music, sometimes it's not even music, it's just like vibrational frequencies, like meditations and stuff like that. Like, it's always different every tournament. I don't really have I have my number one set playlist that I mostly use, but I'm always switching it up. It's just depending on whatever I'm feeling that day.
Always adapting, B. That's what I'm talking about. That's my type of thing right there, dude.
You don't adapt.
It's some like alpha waves, dude. To focus. Down for
Yeah.
that. I knew as soon as I saw his gaming chair and his little setup over there, I like this guy. You know, I knew I had a lot in common with him. I just suck at poker and cornhole, and he's good at them. But well, what?
That's a nice looking here.
What?
I'm getting it going.
He's got the
Solid.
stream deck and everything, bro.
Solid. Okay, and yeah, Ryan, I want to thank you for getting me drunk off Tequila Sunrises in San Diego at the Crown City Regional. That was great. That was a good time. My man, I got you next time. Next round's on me.
No, that was terrible, Ryan. I'm like, D-May, look, they're starting. Where are you at? He's like, oh, I can see you got it set up already. He never even shows up. Thankfully, you hop in for a little while, and he's coming, then I could just see him pounding drinks. And he's like, dude, Ryan got me one of these sunrises, bro. This thing's awesome.
It was good. It was solid. Then once I got on one, you know how it is, dude. Just got to keep drinking them, and then you're just off a cliff.
Yeah.
It's nice. Good
I
stuff.
was like, I fell over a board or something. They're like, Windsor, you good? I'm like, I'll be all right. And they're like, dude, you're freaking drunk. I'm like, I'll be all right. And I end up winning doubles, and then I took second overall in singles, so I can still play drunk.
Hey, I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Bro, he said he told me. He said it was the first match. He wasn't up yet. He said, I'm predicting on the broadcast. I'm predicting that I'm gonna win singles today. And then he ran through, and after he made it to the king seat, he was like, I don't know whether to go get something to eat or another drink.
Hey, that round that you put on your TikTok between you and Tony was insane. That was an insane round. I think we actually had it on the show as a clip of the week.
We did. With D-Boy was in the booth.
Yeah, it was. Dude, that was an insane
Yeah,
round.
you guys ran out of replays because we each hit 4 crazy shots back to back, but you can only have 2 replays. Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really awesome.
Anyways, let's get to the game. We're going to play a little Cornhole Jeopardy. You might have some poker questions in there now, too, since you're a guru. But before we get to that, you have any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to, of course, thank my amazing sponsors this year. I couldn't ask for better sponsors. Reynolds Bags Cornhole, I've been with them forever. Windsor Bag Company, that's the company, my business I started about 1.5 years ago. SWAT Cornhole, Shamar Moore and David Lim out in Cali with Airmail City. Check them out. They have a big tournament this weekend, actually.
Yeah,
I
I try
like
not
your
to
SWAT
watch
shirt
them,
you got
bro.
on right there.
They go
And
live
then,
every other
my
day.
last-
It makes me jealous. So who else?
My last sponsor is 21 Apparel, Pablo Sloss. Shout out to them.
All right, bro. Well,
Solid. I hope you're ready, Windsor, because it's about to get wild, dude.
I'm born ready.
Bring on the Cornhole Jeopardy. We'll be right back,
all
guys.
right, we'll be right back.
All right, guys, and we're back. Ready for some Cornhole Jeopardy, right, B?
Bro, nothing better than stumping these people at their own game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope you're ready, Windsor. We got 3 categories here. We have ACL Pros, ACL Stuff, and Poker.
Yeah,
We thought we'd throw Poker in there since he's a very,
poker connoisseur.
yes, exactly.
I love poker too, so I know a lot. I watch a lot. I don't play that much, but I like to.
So the way this works, Ryan, is it is Jeopardy. So we are going to give you the answer, and you are going to give us the answer in the form of a question, right? So we're going to give you a statement, basically. We're going to give you the question in the form of an answer, and you're going to give us the answer in the form of a question, basically like Jeopardy. So if I were to say, this is the first president of the United States, you would respond, who is George Washington? We try to stay to the question thing. We try to stay true to Jeopardy.
So, and then if you, I guess to add a caveat, if you get them all right, you have a shirt already, so we'll throw in a hoodie.
Yeah, I
know it gets
own
cold
a
up
hoodie
there.
already, too.
So,
So if I go 9 for 9, I get a free hoodie.
Yep, done.
that's right.
Because they're in trouble.
All right.
That comes out of his budget, not
Hey,
mine.
well, you start us off, my friend. Would you like to start off with ACL Pro, ACL Stuff, or Poker?
ACL Pro.
ACL Pros for 100.
Oh, wait,
You have to do the clicking.
my bad.
This ACL Pro currently has the highest PPR in singles.
Who is Matt Guy?
Correct. Who is my guy? All right, begin his points.
I give him his points.
All right.
All right.
Next up, sir. The choice is yours.
ACL Pro.
All right.
ACL Pros 200. Okay. This is the highest ranked ACL rookie right now.
What, is there a time limit on this?
I mean,
I mean, give or take. If not,
Who is? No, I got it. Ding, ding, ding. Who is Alex Rawls?
Damn, he's good. We didn't even get to hit him with the Jeopardy song yet, B. He's that fast.
bro, he threw in the ding, 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 and everything.
Yeah, man, okay, all right.
All right, we stick with ACL Pros?
ACL Pro.
This team, consisting of 2 rookies, is currently the highest ranked rookie duo this ACL season.
Ooh. There's 2 teams I'm thinking of. It depends when these are updated. When
Today.
was this? Currently today?
They should be today, right?
Yeah, it was.
Who is Mark Richards and Phil Lopez?
Who's one spot away.
You want to try and guess the other one that you had? That's fine.
Who is Matthew Creek Killer and Jacob Foreman?
No. I think it's tricky because they're well known. And
Right. So.
Who
Who is Tanner Halbert, Eric Dockline?
Who is Josh Holland and Derek Holland?
How are they better and higher than Mark Richards and Phil Lopez?
I don't know, bro. We just pulled up the rankings.
I don't think.
Let's get a fact check on that, producer.
Let
Get
me
a fact
do a
check on
fact
this.
check. Hold on.
We're getting a fact check on this right now, guys. Give us 1 second.
If it's wrong. Yeah, they're currently ranked 4th. And it has Mark Richards 6th. Actually has Creek Killer and Foreman. Where are they? They're down there somewhere.
I don't think they've made an ESPN appearance yet.
No, they didn't.
So how could, if they haven't made an ESPN appearance, I know Mark Richards and Phil Lopez have.
That was actually the two I thought of when I first
Yeah.
had the
They were
question.
actually at the championship, not just the ESPN appearance, but it's all good. I'm 2 for 3. I'll be all right.
All right. Just finish out. You get a hoodie. For the discrepancy of the question. All right, sir. What's next?
ATL staff.
ACL stuff.
Oh, 100?
Staff.
ACL stuff for 100. The ACL will be teaming up with this company to host the biggest cornhole tournament in California in 2022.
That's easy money. What is Spencer McKenzie?
Yes, sir. Give him his points, B. Give him his points.
Yeah. I'm trying to cut him short, bro.
All right, what's next?
Has anybody gone 9 for 9 before?
I think just Cheyenne Renner.
Cheyenne Renner.
ACL stuff for 200.
This is the location of the ACL Pro Shootout number 8.
California. What is California?
What is Ventura, California? Good stuff,
That'd be a
man.
tough one.
I
All right.
even thought we'd give him a number. You got to give him his points.
Oh, my bad, bro. I keep trying to short him. All right, you sticking with ACL stuff?
Yeah, for what, 300?
Uh-huh.
This is the total number of ACL opens in the 2021 to 2022 ACL season.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say, what is 18 ACL opens?
What is 16? Close.
Oh, close.
Hey, that's a hard question, though, dude.
I know, bro.
Especially for somebody who, I mean, he's not opens aren't number one thing on his radar. Right?
I think we asked Cheyenne that question, though.
we did.
And she got it.
She got it.
I was close, though. That's respectful.
Yeah, you
That's a
are.
solid guess. All right.
Poker for 100.
Poker for 100. Let's
Just so
get
you
it.
know, D-May doesn't know any of these answers.
No,
he
dude,
does
these were
nothing about
bad
poker.
for me. This hand in poker is often referred to as the Doyle Brunson.
The 10 deuce.
Oh, the 10-2. All right, let's go.
Oh.
That's right, baby.
All right.
Just so you know,
You got to
D-May,
give him his points. You keep trying to short him, bro.
he won the bracelet. That was his winning hand when he won the World Series of Poker one tournament. Dude. All right, 200.
This person has won the most World Series of Poker bracelets.
We just had him at the Super Bowl in Vegas. What is Phil Hellmuth? Who is Phil Hellmuth?
Correct. My man's killing the poker questions.
All right.
The last one's pretty tough. I didn't know this one either. This hand is often referred to as the boat.
You said that's a tough one? That's easy money. It's a full house. So you have like 3 10s and 2 7s or whatever.
It was tough for D-May, bro.
Dude, poker's not my thing, bro. It's not my thing.
You give him his
alright?
points.
Give him his points.
Hey, this one time I had a full house in poker and I flipped it over. I'm like, I got a boat. This dude says, oh yeah? I got a yacht.
Oh, he had a bigger
Bigger
boat.
Like, you mother.
That's awesome, bro.
All right, dude, my dog is going crazy out there. Yo, sorry to everybody.
All right, Windsor. Well, look, we'll still get you a hoodie, bro. I mean,
Yeah, we'll send you one.
We'll still get you a hoodie.
And we're going to talk to the producer about some of these questions, man. I mean, you know,
He said he
they
pulled
could
it from
go-
the site.
They could go every way, you know? I mean, the intern needs to get it together, bro. I mean, I don't even have a cold beer
Bro,
right
hey,
now,
bro.
B, you know?
questions were great, and I don't really know how like the whole scoring point system works in the ACL, but I mean, in my argument, I don't think Josh and Derek have made it on ESPN, but yet Mark Richards and Phil Lopez were in the championship on ESPN. And they take out your worst national, I know that. So,
well, I think probably because they only had 3
good
so far.
Yeah.
They haven't taken one out yet, and I think Creek Killer and Jacob didn't do so hot. And what was it, the second one? As far as double.
So maybe Josh and Derek were just
Like
one
more
or two
consistent,
games
I
away
guess.
from
At a high.
ESPN every time.
Yeah.
There's a possibility.
And they're all amazing players, so.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are. But,
I'll be there one day.
all right, Windsor, well, I appreciate it. I will see you next weekend in Fort Worth. I'll have the headbands for you, bro. So I expect some credit if you win with the headband. But
Why does he get the
sure.
credit? Why does he get the credit if you win with the headband?
because you won't be there.
Okay. I'll try. I might. I don't know, dude. We'll see. If I make a mystery appearance.
I won't forget about you.
My man. My man. That's what I'm talking about, B. My man. All right. Thank you, Ryan. We really appreciate it, man.
All right, we'll be right back.
Thank
See
you.
you soon. Right back, guys. Love Cornhole Jeopardy, B.
That's right, dude. That dude Windsor thought he was going to get them all.
Yeah.
Get them all. And then the funny thing was like, has anybody gotten them all right? And of course, who do we say?
It's
Cheyenne Renner. And he's not surprised. She's the only one that's got them all right in Cornhole Jeopardy.
Oh, she
So-
is a beast.
She is a beast.
She is
So-
a beast.
But it was a great interview. We thank Windsor enough, while he was sipping on his Jack Daniels something, whatever it was he was sipping on. But yeah, it was a fun interview.
It was, guys. And look, hey, going forward, it's been a great year. First year for the King C podcast. Before we even get into anything else, everybody at home, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. We can't appreciate you guys. Like I said, whenever we travel or I travel, because I get away a little more than D-May, it's always great to get good feedback, and we like hearing people say we enjoy, or that you guys enjoy watching us. Probably watching me, not so much D-May. No, but we do appreciate, like I said, when we started this out, we wanted to do something a little different, and we've done that, and we're going to continue to do so. And it's all because of your support, our sponsor supports, our sponsors support. I still can't talk. But yeah, D-May. So.
Yeah, guys, and we do have a lot coming up in this next year, right? We've listened to the feedback people have given us. We've listened to all the, we've read just every DM you guys have ever sent us, whether it's, something you would like to see, something that you think we can improve on, or something that we can do that maybe we're not even doing yet. And we're definitely looking forward for this next year to be bigger and better than this
That's right.
year or season. So look for big things coming in the future. We got a website coming. We're trying to go to audio, right? We're uploading everything to audio. People want to see the switch. A lot of people like to listen to us driving. So we're going to be coming to audio near you. We also got B some travel equipment, so he can take you along on his 96 adventures that he goes on a year. Every weekend when he flies out of town, he can take you guys on there. And then, if you haven't heard Drunk B ramble a little bit, it's a lot of fun.
Well, first off, I don't drink.
A lot
Anyways.
of fun.
No, yeah, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that as well. And then we want to provide more content for you guys. So that's what we're going to do. We have this episode every 2 weeks. It takes a lot to edit our clips and things of that nature as well. So when every other week we will be doing more podcasts right, where I sit down and talk about cornhole amongst other things. We have people on. D-May will be coming on from time to time as well to drop some knowledge. Well, we think is knowledge every now and then, but we're going to push that more towards our YouTube channel. So we just have a lot in the works, and like I said, it's been fun, and we're able to do it because of our support from you guys. When you guys purchase merch, you represent us with the headbands, shirts, jerseys. We do have some more jerseys that will be coming out as well before Worlds, so we have some of those. Be on the lookout for that. But none of this would be possible without our sponsors, huh, D-Man?
No, it wouldn't at all. And let's start things off with thanking them. Let's start off with hashtag Let Gary Sell It.
That's our boy, with Gary Anderson with French Quarter Realty. If you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, have any questions about the market in general, I promise you, even if you can't sell in that particular area, this guy's that nice. He'll sit down and talk to you. He'll let you know the trends, what he would do, what he thinks is best for you in your current situation. So reach out to our boy.
The first one I call for sure.
The first one D-May calls. I think he's got D-May blocked now because D-May calls him for everything. It's like, hey man, I'm looking to get a new fence, bro. Can you help me out with this? Like, my dog's eating my patio chairs. What can you do, Gary? And Gary's like, dude, I don't know what you want me to do. But he acts like he's paying attention, and that's how nice Gary is. So, no, he's a great guy, and he's been a big supporter of ours since the beginning. So make sure you hit him up at 504-894-4586.
Hashtag let Gary sell it. Also, thanks to our other sponsors as well, right, B?
That's
We're gonna
right.
lighten up the room in here. We got Buffalo Board, Spark Apparel, Lucky Bags, Sure Shot Cornhole, Norris Splats, Black Sheep Baggers, and of course,
Ourselves.
yeah, that's where I was going with it. I was trying to think of the people that make these headbands, but I couldn't put them together.
No. So,
And of course, you at home.
Yeah,
That's really
you
what we
alone,
were going.
our biggest sponsors. No, it's been great, and we will be looking for more sponsors again soon. If you guys want to be a part of it, we'd love to have it. Like I said, we will be putting out different episodes as well. So, but we just appreciate everybody's support, from our sponsors, from people around the cornhole community, from ACL even supporting us as well, allowing us to be on some pro jerseys and continue to do what we do. So
Yeah, we do have a lot of original stuff coming up, guys. I'm telling you, stay tuned. It's going to get
Stay
bigger
tuned.
and better next year. We have original ideas nobody sees coming.
Bro,
Both
and
on
we
the
need to update them
podcast.
too. D-May, we showed the puppy Evie. We know she had a rough patch, where she broke her leg. I think people want to see how far she's come and how big this dog's getting.
Podcast pup will definitely be on there soon, too, y'all. She might be throwing cornhole bags at this
I ain't
point.
no telling what the hell she's going to be doing. This dog's crazy. Let's just say her leg isn't broken anymore. So
We'll give you all a little progress podcast.
So.
But yeah, guys, a lot coming. Thank you so much for your support. We will see you next episode, and we will
see you in Dallas this weekend as well.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to it. I need to take more pictures. So if you see me, please take a picture of me. Maybe I'll grace you with a headband or something, or just remind me. Maybe we'll do some little video clips or something like that while we're all drenched in sweat and having fun. So we'll see y'all next time in the King Seat.